Hold on, guys. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hi, guys. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm trying to get myself up. Hold on. Oh, I'm telling you. Hang on. Here we go. Mute. There we go. Okay. Whew. Okay. Too high still. I don't like it. Okay, sorry guys. I'm trying to get my damn camera to where I need it to be, but I don't know. We'll see. Hi. No, I think you're still too high. Oh well, we'll see. All right, so I'm really sorry that I'm late. What do we got? All right, hi Angela and Keith and Crystal Rama, and I'm Crunk 40, and Jessica and Booklinus and Jessica, 2 Jessicas, yay! Hi guys. So I'm really sorry that I'm late. I still have to watch all your videos about shadow work. No problem. It's okay. You can come in. We're pretty laid back. Especially today, because I really did not I really did not do as much preparation as I should have for our shadow work series today. I was cleaning like up until about 10 minutes ago when I realized what time it was, and putting my altar to my ancestor altar together and all that kind of stuff. So but we're here. Thank you. I got my fall stuff out of you know, try to switch out my summer stuff and put my fall stuff on. And so I love this shirt. Okay, I'm going to show you guys because, you know, I'm me and you know I'm me. Ready? The only thing I dislike about this shirt, which is kind of why I'm here up, is look. It's got this big circle right on my belly. What the hell? It's like, you know, what is it? Supposed to be, I don't know. I think it's weird to have that big circle right on my belly, but I really like it up here. Isn't that neat? It's pretty. See, it's skulls, and then the skulls have wings kind of coming off up here. I like it, so I just ignore the fact that it makes me look like I'm pregnant. All right. So, first of all, how is everyone? I know I'm missing the chat here. So, do we only have one monitor? Is that the word for it? Moderator. Does anybody else want to be moderator? So I can have a couple in here tonight? Who else wants to be moderator? It is not a clear quartz necklace. I found, because I was cleaning my room up here, I found my raven, and I found, oh, I've had that one on. We'll behave. You've been preparing your Samhain ancestor altar, also awesome. Frame it or make pillows with the fabric, right? I really love it. I love the shirt. Yay! All right, I will make you moderator. It's not you know, it's not like a hard job. Just if we get any trolls, which I'd say I don't really have many trolls usually. Once in a while, but not too many. But more for the live stuff. Sometimes trolls find, you know, find their way here. For another day, please email me, explain what a moderator does. I might be able to do it for you. No problem. I will. I'll explain it. Okay. Breathe. Let's just breathe for a second. Holy moly. So I had a half a day today. And it was one of those things where I've been meaning to do my ancestor altar. Yeah, right? Whew. And so because of that, I just started rearranging and organizing, and I think I've been doing this. I got out at 1, so it's 7:30. I think I relaxed for maybe an hour. So I've been doing it for like 5 hours, which my husband would kill me. I mean, he's been downstairs. I feel kind of bad because he has off today. And I have been upstairs working on this room, and it's still, like, if I turned the camera around, I still have, like, piles that I have to figure out what to do with. But this side of the room looks good, so I figured we'll just turn this side. Oh, you know how it goes. It's the way it is. All right. So how is everybody? Did everyone find their way to the Facebook page? Let's start there. It's almost 2 in the morning here. Oh, you poor thing. But I'm so glad you came on for a minute to say hello to us anyways. And you'll watch us later. Perfect. That's fine. No problem. I always feel bad that, I don't know. I guess it's hard to do either way. I could come on earlier, but the people would be at work on the, in America. But I do like to do different times once in a while. So, did anybody not find their way to the Facebook group? Let's put it that way. Is anybody still kind of lost and not able to find the Facebook group? I did accept about 5 people right before I came on. So hopefully you're finding your way there. I figured we could use that kind of as a meeting place. So, like I posted in there right before I came on that I just realized what time it was, and I was running a little late, but I'm coming and I'll be right there. Yes, please, more information. Okay, so the Facebook group is called Willow Winds Thrifty Witchin'. And it's normal. I'm in the group. Yay! Okay, Crystal Rama, thanks for stopping by. Anyway, get some rest. Hopefully you get more rest than I have lately. I've been up. So you have to make sure you spell Willowwind right, because I spell it weird. Because numerologically, I had to kind of change some of the letters around so that it worked for my numbers. So it's WYLLOW, and then another W. So 2 W's in the middle. YND, apostrophe S. Ha! See, look at Angela. Good job, girl. So Angela just posted the link, guys. So if you click on that link, then quadruple use. Hi, Dustin. Glad you could be here. If you click on that link, that'll bring you there. And all you have, those 2 questions. The questions are you subscribed to my channel? And if yes, what's your YouTube name? Just so I can check on that and make sure. Because I only want to have people who are subscribed and who are doing this with us, or watch the videos and stuff, because it's really important to me that we keep what's said in the group and in the live chats on our channel in the group. So, in other words, confidentiality wise, there are people that are still in the closet. That link is not working for me. Oh no! Hi, Sherry Bug. Damn it. All right, so if that link is not working, if you are friends with me, and even if you're not, if you message me on Messenger from Facebook, my private Facebook page is under Jennifer Willowwind Storelli, Storelli. And I will invite you into the group. I think you have to be friends with me because I'm the creator. But let me open it up and see if I can find anyone. Just spell Willowwind Thrifty Within. Got on it last night. Good. Oh, Thrifty Widget. Yeah, exactly. Hold on. It is, uh-oh, where's my, here we go. Yep. Yep, if you spell Willowens, there isn't too many Willowens. I'm pretty much the only Willowens that spells it like that at all, as far as I know. So, good. Good. Okay. Hey. Writing this while I listen to the live. Okay, we made it. Good. Okay. Now. So I did not prepare as much as I wanted to for tonight's live. Wendy. All right. Now let me just make sure I'm friends with you, Wendy. I'm sorry, guys, to do this. But I want to make sure that everyone can get into the page because that's where I want to do all our back and forth and our communication. Okay? Here we go. And then I'm done for at least while we're on the live. And then afterwards I'll check again, okay? Yay. Good. Sorry guys, are y'all hanging in there with me? Shoot, now I just forgot your name, Wendy. I need to go. Oh no, I'm sorry, Marcia. I know it. Mine have been really bad lately too. I just started a migraine app that allows me to track them a little better. So that hopefully I can figure out what is causing, well, I know what is causing mine lately anyways. It's lack of sleep, because I've had insomnia lately too, which Jennifer Ball apparently has had it too. So I'm sorry, Marcia. Go get some rest and help. Okay. All right. So shadow work. We have talked about how to dig out some of the shadows that you are feeling that you've repressed. Okay, so has everybody done a little bit of that work and have at least one goal, one thing that they've dug out and now can identify? Is there anybody that needs us to go back and kind of talk about how to identify that? Because that's really the first part, is just to figure out at least one thing. When doing shadow work, you want to focus on not too many things and not too little, but I wanted to start with at least one thing that you decided, okay, you know what, this thing, I found this thing that I'm not really, yep, I can go through it again. All right. So there's several exercises that you can do to decide this. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to look at your interactions with other people. A lot of times, there'll be people that in your life, at work, at home, whatever, that trigger you. Do you know what I mean when I say trigger? Like, as soon as you see it, it's like they just know what to say to get to you. And every time you have an interaction with them, either you do kind of fly off the handle a little, or you want to, or you immediately feel uncomfortable, or there's something with this person that immediately you feel like you're on edge, or they are saying stuff that immediately gets you into this mood of, oh, this person is really, hey Lily, glad you could make it. It's really getting to me. And usually there's at least one person in your life that can do that. Think about holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Yep, that's when all the triggers come out, for sure. For sure. Usually that person, like the guy in my AMT class that makes me want to whack him in the throat every time he talks. Exactly. I have one person at work that I think of that I'm always like, okay. So when you figure out that person, you want to look at that person and put yourself in their shoes and think, what is it, first of all, what is it about this person that is, hi Kara, mine is one family that comes to visit, yep, one is my mother, one is my aunt who lives here, and think about what is it about them. That's when you get together once per year, you remind each other why you don't get together more than that. Yep, absolutely. What is it about, hi Sue, glad you could make it. What is it about this person that is triggering you? What is it about their personality that you don't want to deal with? What is it? What do they bring out in you? And usually it's because they put a mirror up. They put a mirror up and there's something that they are showing you that you do not want to look at. You have been hiding a piece of yourself in the dark, way deep down, that you are not happy with, that you are ashamed of. Sometimes it's a habit that you have. For me, probably every other year when I do shadow work, I try to work on my anger issues. And that is my aunt and my mother both trigger my anger issues. And they trigger them though because they hold a mirror up and there are things about myself. And so I know I want to work on my anger issues. It's therapeutic to reach over the table and twist their nipples off. I have never tried that, but I bet you it would be great. So the issue that I have is anger. So I have these anger issues. What is the cause of the anger issues though? What is it about them that is triggering me so I want to rip their throat out as soon as they start to speak? So I know for my mother, it is a number of things. It is selfishness. And sometimes I worry about, am I being that? Am I not giving enough to my family? Because she was not good at that. She was not. She got married young. I've learned through the years kind of to forgive her or just deal with it or whatever. But she is very cut and dry about stuff. Like if you want to get a hold of her, she never answers her phone. It could be, my aunt could be dying. Her sister could be dying and she won't answer her phone for nothing. Because I'm busy. And then, or if, something's going on, and it used to be if I needed her to babysit one of the kids or something, I'd have to drop them off at her house, come back and pick them up. It was never like she never could go out of her way to do anything. Yep, please don't let me grow up to be my mom kind of thing. Exactly. So when you figure out what it is about that person that triggers you, then you need to look at yourself and say, okay, why does that bother me? What is it that's bringing up in me that I'm trying to turn away from and say, nope, I'm not ready to deal with that. And that doesn't mean that you are definitely going to change that or that you're going to get rid of that behavior. It means that there's something that you're not facing. There's something that you're purposely covering over and hiding so it doesn't get any light, because either you're ashamed of that behavior or it's something that you decided long ago you didn't want to face. Okay, so do you want to know what I struggle with? Sure, I have issues regarding my mom too, but now I'm the mom of 2 girls. Thing is, moms try to get it right now. So I look at my mom with more understanding. Exactly. Exactly. And I do too. I always feel like it's not enough. But, the older I get, the more I'm like, you know what? With my mother, I really think I try to do the best I can. Sometimes I just want to kill her. You can't give what you don't have to give. That's right. That's right. But we can change the fact that we're hiding that. And that makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. If you can work that out and look at what it is. I never not got to know my biological mom. She walked out when I was a baby. My stepmom isn't too bad and tried her best. We'll see, then the universe kind of gave you someone else at least to look up to for that role, even though that doesn't excuse your mother. So now we have this thing. We've decided, we've looked at it, we've said, okay, yes, this is a thing that I have been hiding. That I have, hi sis, that I have been hiding, that I didn't really want to face, that I'm not sure if I'm ready to change. And I'm going to say for me, this is a feeling of, am I enough? Have I done enough with my kids? And that's because my mother, and I realize that because my mother triggers me in that way because she is very selfish. So when she holds that up and I see that piece of me that says, no, I'm not like her, immediately shuts down any feeling of, am I maybe a little like that? Is there something more I could have done? Is there stuff that I didn't think about? Now, this is not... Keep in mind, this is not something, sometimes I'm so glad I do not live near any family. Closest one is 4 hours away. Absolutely. This is not something that is necessarily something you're doing. The cause or the effect of this thing that I'm hiding, this worry about myself that maybe I am more selfish than I let on. I put this facade of a giving person and a loving person, and I always feel like I am giving more than I take. But underneath that is the worry that maybe I'm putting that out there because secretly I do more for myself than I do for others, or secretly I haven't done enough. That doesn't mean that that's the truth, that I haven't done enough, necessarily. It just means that that's something that I have decided I did not want to look at. So I put it behind my facade so that I wouldn't have to deal with it. So now we have this thing. I'm afraid that I may be selfish like my mother. So here it is. And we're going to pull it out and unpack all that means. Speaking of mothers, I'm watching the black and white version of Psycho. We just met Norman's mom. Yes! I was saying a couple of videos ago, the Bates Motel, the show, The Bates Motel, was incredible. Really, really good. And for me, it brought up a lot of mental health issues. So, really good. Okay. So, we have this thing that we've dug out, that we've looked in the mirror and said, what is it? What is it that's triggering? Why is it that I feel like that? The show is great. Watch it if you get a chance. It's great, great, great. So I'm holding this fear. I often wonder if my girls will think about me as I do about my mom, right? I do too. And I know for me, a lot of it is there because one of my sons, PJ, who is the addict, who is, out of 4 boys, I love them all. He is the one, though, that has walked the hardest road. that has made me second guess my motherhood skills the most. He has made the most mistakes. He has, always done the hard thing. He's always fought. He's always struggled. So there is, and now there was something that happened a couple of years ago that made him shut me out more than he had before. And so it's for me, it's been a struggle to try to resign that, because I can't change how he feels about me. I can't change that I want him to talk to me all the time, and he's not a kid that calls. He's not a kid that shows that he cares. I know he loves me, but he's not that kid. And the other three kids kind of are. Dustin is a little bit more like PJ, but I can get him to talk when I'm there. PJ has kind of shut things down. And so because of that, I know that there's this piece that I hide, that I punish myself, that I wasn't good enough. I didn't do enough. I did too much for myself, and I didn't take enough time with him. So there's always a bubble of doubt. Yep. We always blame ourselves. Hi, Leland. I'm glad you caught us live too. So there's always this bubble of doubt. And what do I want to do with that? So the next step is, okay, here it is. Here's this doubt. Was I enough? And I don't admit that to myself very much. And I don't pull it out for everyone to see. But when is enough enough? That's true. And you're right, Jessica. And here's the biggest point, though, that I want you all to see, is that this thing that we're pulling out into the light, shadow work is not about fixing it. It's not about changing our perception of it. As far as, I'm not trying to make myself believe that I was good enough. That's not the point. The point is to bring it into the light and say, you know what? It's okay. It's okay that I have this piece. It's about acknowledging the shadow. That's right. And loving it anyways. Here's this piece that hurts me, that sometimes I think, why can't PJ be like the rest of the kids? Why can't he show me that he loves me sometimes? Why can he didn't call me on my birthday? Why? What did I do? And you know what? It's okay. It's okay for me to feel like I wasn't enough. It doesn't mean I wasn't enough. It doesn't mean I'm trying to tell myself I was enough. It means I'm just acknowledging that I had to create this piece of myself to cope, to continue on with motherhood, to continue on with my life. And I chose for a long time to put that away in a box so nobody would see it, and turn away from it whenever I was confronted with it, so that I might be triggered by it, but I don't want to actually face that. I don't want to know if I was enough. I don't want to search that out. I don't want to delve into what I could have done differently. What I did do, and it's just him. It's not that back and forth. It's just holding it and looking at it and saying, you know what? It's okay. That's a piece of me that I love because it protected me. It protected me from feeling that pain. It protected me from having to look at PJ when he was walking out the door and I'm please talk to me, PJ, please. It protected me. That cover made it so I could keep going the next day. So I love this. I love this piece. Even though it's kind of ugly, it's not real shiny. It hasn't seen a lot of light, so it's really pale. I love that I was able to do that. I was able to keep going. The next day, I got up and left Boston and came home, even though my vacation was supposed to be 4 extra days. If you go back on my videos someday, there's my whole trip to Boston and everything that happened in there. And I created this piece because I had to keep going. And as a mother, it's not that easy to keep going when you think maybe I did something wrong. Maybe there was something there. So I love this. I love this piece. I'm not going to put it back away. I try to look at mine and love it all because it helped me make me the amazing person I believe I am. Absolutely, Sherry. That is it. That is it. I love this piece because I needed it. And you know what? There's 3 things I can do with this piece now. Okay? I acknowledge it. I see it. I say, you know what? I love this. It's okay because I needed this piece. So there's 3 things. The first thing we can do is say, I'm carrying this piece around, and you know what? I don't feel like that anymore. I don't feel guilt because I didn't do enough. I know, with every being that I am, I know that I did enough. I'm not saying that's what I think, but if that is the case, and you don't need this piece anymore, we can set it down and say it's not mine anymore. That's not my piece. Now I've set it down. I've left it there. It's someone else's piece to pick up if they want it. It's not my piece anymore. My shadow is like a little bratty sister that throws tantrums a lot, but she's my sister, so I love her. Yes, 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 Nicole, yes. So that's number 1. We can set it down. If we are at the place where after it comes into the light, we look at it and we're like, wow, you know what? I put this in shadow for a reason. I love it. I accept it. I don't need this anymore. This is not mine anymore. It does not comprise any part of me anymore. So the first thing we can do is set it down. It's not yours anymore. Number 2, we can say, so I acknowledge this guilt, this shame, this, am I enough? I acknowledge this piece of me. I love it. I know that I created it for a reason and it helped me to step forward in my life. And I want to work on it a little. I want to try to change it a little. I want to bring it into the light and say, I'm going to ask PJ if he will go to counseling with me, or sit down and try to have an adult conversation with him and lay out, this is how I feel and how do you feel? And we're going to actually try to work on this piece of me together. So I'm going to see what happens. I'm not going to put it back in the shadow, but I'm going to see what happens with this piece and keep acknowledging it and keep telling it, I love you. It's okay. I pulled you out for a reason. I created you for a reason. I need you still, but I want to try to change my relationship with this piece. That's number 2. Number 3. Number 3 is you've pulled it out into the light. You've figured out what it is. You've said, I love this. You have gone through whatever it is you need to do. And sometimes the hard part of shadow work. Hi, Spiral. Glad you could be here. The hard part of shadow work sometimes is to actually learn to love that piece. because you hit it for a reason. So it's not going to be something easy to love. There you go. I'm trying to work with my inner child. It's not going to be a pretty piece. It's not going to be something that you're shouting from the rooftops how wonderful you are with this thing. It's going to be something that you don't feel all that great about, that you created to protect yourself usually, that you are not proud of. So it's hard to say, I love you. But whatever it is, keep in mind that you created that so that you could continue, so that you could move forward, one foot in front of the other. And sometimes writing letters can really help. Yes, 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 absolutely. And I definitely think journaling, writing letters, sometimes you need to sit right in front of a mirror and look at yourself in the mirror and acknowledge what this thing is. So if it was me, I would be saying, I acknowledge that sometimes I think I didn't do everything I should have done. That sometimes I think I might have been a little selfish with some things. Sometimes I think I should have fought harder. I think maybe I should have done more. I shouldn't have given up. Maybe I shouldn't have been quite so easy on him. And get it all out and say, you're beautiful anyway. You're wonderful anyway. I love you anyways. And you are there so that tomorrow or yesterday I was able to rise up and continue my day and live life and put one foot in front of the other and keep moving and keep walking. And how awesome that you had this thing, this ugly thing, and you were able to keep going anyways. You were able to put one foot in front of the other anyways. Good for you. I love you. Thank you for being a part of me. We can only do what we can do in a difficult situation. That's right. And sometimes all we can do is push that down and ignore it for a while. Letters sound like a great idea. That's right. So here's the third thing. The third thing is, okay, you know what? This is just not, it's not something that I'm really ready to work on. It's not something that I'm ready to put down because it's still a piece of me. I needed this shadow work stuff lately. I haven't been able to do much yet, but I know this will help you. Good, good. I'm really glad. Write what you can't say. Yes, write it down if you need to. Journal work. I'm not ready to put it down. I'm not in a place that I'm able to work on this yet. This is something that I still need. I still am not ready to change it. I'm not ready to put it down. But I'm not going to push it back into the darkness. I'm going to let it live on the surface. I'm going to keep acknowledging its existence. I'm going to tell it it's okay that you're here. I'm going to allow myself to not be that perfect person that I think in my head sometimes that I am. I'm going to allow myself to say, okay, this person, my mother is bugging me, and you know why? Yeah, because she reminds me sometimes that sometimes I'm worried if I was enough. But that's okay. It's all right. We're still okay. I know that you're there, and someday I'll be ready to work on you. But for now, it's enough that I acknowledge you, that I'm saying I love you anyways. I'm really a big fan of writing and then burning it when I'm not ready to deal with the thing yet. Yep, like pecking at something a little bit at a time. Absolutely. And Samhain, which is coming up, is a great time for that. It's a great time to write a letter to yourself. And that's one of the exercises at the end of all this is going to be writing a letter to that piece of shadow that we've been working on. And on Samhain, we're going to do a little ritual to just let it go. Not put it down, not fix it, not put it away, not just acknowledge, love it, let it be. And sometimes that's it. Sometimes that's all we can do. And that has to be okay too. And it is okay. It is okay too. Which is why we talked about in the very beginning. Remember we talked releasing it. Yes, 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 yes. Release what is no longer serving you. That's a big statement in my practice, is I release what's no longer serving me. Remember when we first started talking, we talked about diving deep. And we have to make sure we come back up for air. And that coming back up for air should be some affirmations. So there's affirmation decks. There is, remember we looked at, yep, of course I rearranged stuff today. Soul cards. Soul cards is a good one. Cheryl Richardson's self-care cards are a really good one. Have some kind of a tool at your disposal to allow yourself to breathe in between. Because sometimes this is hard to confront. This is not an easy thing that we've been hiding, to open up and say, whew, okay, I'm acknowledging that this has been there. That's not easy. This is where I found myself in working through a piece of shadow in relation to my parents and the creation of other shadows that I can't work through without confronting this one first. Absolutely. And sometimes there's this big piece of shadow and it's holding every other shadow down deep. So until we deal with this big piece of shadow that we're not really ready to deal with yet, we're never getting to them. The universe has your back. Yes, I have that one too. Right here. The universe has your back is a great one too. Make sure that you're doing some affirmation work in between. So that because it can be, and you may find yourself crying more. You may find yourself kind of just in a funk more. You may find that you're getting more migraines and headaches. You may find that you're just worn out. This is not easy work. There's a reason they call it work. Shadow work is work. It's not easy. It's not something that we naturally would run to and say, yay, let's do some shadow work. It is not that. If you're doing true shadow work, it's hard. It's not fun. But in the end, it is spiritually enlightening. It is, you feel lighter. You feel like, you know what? I'm not holding so much stuff in here that I'm trying to hide. I'm not, you can picture yourself hunched down, trying to hide this thing that's in the center of you because you don't want people to see it. I don't want these, I don't want these people to be able to see this ugly piece. My best shadow work included journaling and candle work at the altar alone. I think it's fun, but I want to be a therapist. Well, I don't know if I would say fun necessarily, but knowing that at the end of this, it's almost like you work with music. Awesome. Music can be a huge catalyst for this work. At the end of it, it's almost like you can breathe better. It feels like you have opened your connection with spirit more. That you have a better lifeline to that connection with spirit. Because you're not carrying around all this junk that's weighing you down. You have brought it into the light. You have showed it. You have said you loved it. You have worked with it. You have acknowledged it. You've decided you're not going to cover it back up and shove it back down in there. And it feels so much better. At the end of this, we realize, I don't need to hide that thing. You know what? Everybody has a thing. Everybody does. There's not one person alive who doesn't have a thing. Everybody has something that they're not proud of. That they had to do this thing that was kind of ugly to get through the day. And that's okay. That's why we're human beings and we're not gods. I got a thing, you got a thing, you got a thing, Oprah's got a thing. That's right. I prefer denial, unfortunately. And Lily, that's true. That's what shadow work is about. The first step of shadow work is acknowledging that you want it. And sometimes you're just as content to keep that shadow. And that's okay. If that's where you are, that's all right too. My throat chakra requires for me to do more shadow work. As soon as I start talking on video, I have to cough and my throat is sore every time, right? Well, look at me. Was it yesterday? God, now it seems like it was a year ago that my nose was itching so bad. And that it was like whatever was going on needed to settle itself. What do you think about giving a name to one's shadow? Great idea. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that, sometimes it's easier to call it a name. To, hey, Fred, I know you're there. Fred is this piece that just had to be made so that I could, keep going and walk through my day. And when my mother comes and confronts me, I'm going to say, okay, Fred, recognize that that's you. Do I give a shit if she thinks I'm nuts? Nope. Not at all. She's the reason I'm nuts. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I call myself Fred just for laughs. Absolutely. So, I think that that's a good stopping point. I can't believe we're not at an hour. Not that we're done, but does anybody have any questions about what we just went over, though? Because I know that is some pretty deep stuff. It's not an easy thing. Don't forget, so when we're picking a piece of shadow to work with, there's so many exercises. We talked about the movie exercise. So watch a movie, a dramatic movie, and pick the bad guy. And try to imagine yourself as that bad guy. What is it in you that you relate to the bad guy? What is he going through that you can say, oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I can see. I might not have acted exactly that way. But, yep, I have felt like that before. I just maybe didn't manifest it in the same way as the bad guy. It was beautiful. It's 8:30 a.m. here, so this is a good morning exercise for me. Awesome, Nicole. I'm glad. This is great. Yay, Book Lioness. I'll have to catch the majority of this in playback. I know, I'm sorry, Indigo Moon. So get your thing. I watched Cujo Unrelated. That would be a tough one, boy. I don't know, Cujo. What? I'm really hungry. Good, Angela. I'm glad. And I hope you all are getting something out of it. So, today is Wednesday. Okay. Thursday. Tomorrow, I should be okay because my afternoon is okay. I have 12 patients before lunch tomorrow. I'm like, oh my goodness, give me a break, people. But my afternoon is better, so I should be all right in between. Tomorrow, what about the craft? Oh, that's a really good one, Michelle. There's a whole lot of, absolutely. No need to apologize. I don't have notification turned on for anything, and it seems they're not reliable if you do it. Yeah, they aren't reliable at all. Yes, it's okay to ask. I'm an X-ray tech, and I do mammograms for a living. I used to do CAT scans and X-rays and all that stuff when I was younger, but as I got older, I decided that mammograms was Monday through Friday days. So as boring as they are, I know it's very important work, and I like it for the most part, but they're boring. Boobs, 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 boobs all day long. Boring. Okay. Where are we? Norman Bates. Oh, yes, Control. Absolutely. I was many aspects of the movie emotionally. Yep. The villain I relate to best is Maleficent. Yay! Maleficent is my favorite villain. I have been Maleficent every Halloween party I've ever been to in my adult life. I adore Maleficent. Adore her. Love her. I love Maleficent. Just to let you know. Matter of fact, where's my... I gotta find my Maleficent doll. I'll have to have her around the next time that we come on tomorrow. Boobs. Controlling mom, but not that badly. You right? Oh gosh, I hope I'm not as bad as Miss Bates there. All right, so next time, tomorrow, 7:30, same time. Oh, well, I'll try to be on time tomorrow. I want you to come with your... I've been thrown back into CT and a lot of lifting. Oh, Lily, yes. Oh, the lifting in CT. Yes. Especially if they're trauma patients, and at least you have help if they're trauma patients normally. I used to hate, and not to get into a medical thing, sorry guys, but I used to hate doing morning portables because we had 8 floors of ICUs. No, I do feel like I have a smudgy lens. I've been thinking that since that too. Although I wonder if it's because of I switched where the light was. I think I'm going to switch it back. But when I used to go do morning portables, and you'd have all the ICU patients who were on, they were hooked up to all the machines and they were all intubated and all that. And so you had to try to get the plate underneath them, and all the floor nurses would be gone. As soon as they heard the X-ray machine getting off the elevator, clunk, they disappear, and you're like, excuse me, I have to move your patients and try to get this plate underneath their back, and they all disappeared. They used to drive me crazy. So that was the worst lifting. At least I was young then, though. I don't know what I would do if I had to do that now. Forget it. Okay. Yes, I know. I don't know if it's... Oh, you know what? I wonder if... Is that better? It is! My son used my phone, and I wonder if he had, stuff on my phone. Because that looks better, doesn't it? Wow. Look at that. My son's sweating my phone, and we've been looking through his sweat. That's so gross. No, I'm not a nurse. I'm an X-ray tech. So that's a super busy time on the floor. Meds and drying labs. That's true. Sherry Bug. Yep, I'm sure. But boy, it did seem like you could hear them at the desk, and they would be there, and as soon as they heard it, they'd scatter. And you're like, hey, help. Somebody come and help me. All right. So I want you to come. All right. It does look really cool now. I love this thing. I can't believe this whole time we've been... it's disgusting. I want you to come with your shadow written. We're not sharing it, amongst ourselves, but I want you to have it written in front of you. And so we're going to do a couple things with that piece of shadow tomorrow. Okay? Yay! I think that's it. Oh, and I swear I'm going to do the contest. I meant to do it today, and then I did all this instead. Peeling the shadow off the lens. Ta-da! Look how beautiful it is now. I'm going to get to the contest. Thank you. I love it too, except for, I showed everyone else, so I'll show you. Except for right around my belly, it has this ring right, like, look at my big belly. It's so annoying, but I love this part. Yes, so I'm going to do the contest to name our mascot witch here. And I'm not going to tell you what the prize is until I actually reveal the contest, which I'll try to do that tomorrow. It depends on, really? It helped to minimize it? Ooh, I'll wear it all the time then. We'll see. I'll try to do it tomorrow. It depends on, how my day goes. I told you I have 12 patients before noon tomorrow, so we'll see. Although I'm supposed to have the afternoon, I only have a couple, so. I hope everyone is having a good night. Get some sleep. Hopefully you do. I'm going to try to take melatonin tonight because insomnia lately is killing me. So I'm going to try to take melatonin pretty soon probably. And hopefully pass out. Please do email me. Yes. Absolutely. Do I have your email address or did you email me? Jen Storelli, JenStorelli @gmail. That's my personal email there. So go ahead and email me. Did somebody just say it's snowing? Dee Dee, it is not. Don't say that. Oh my God, please tell me it's not snowing. Oh good, there's no light outside so I can't tell. It better not be snowing. All right guys, so blessings. We'll see you tomorrow. And, oh God, no snow, no! I'm not ready. And have a good night. Get some rest, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.